on command.
So here's actually an interesting aspect of this with Himawari's power. Obviously, we know that Himawari doesn't have as much chakra as Naruto. I don't think this Kurama has as much chakra as the previous Kurama,
Definitely
but
smaller. That's kind of an indication.
yeah. So my question: do you think Kurama is supposed to be smaller or younger? Because everyone loves to call this baby Kurama. I'm wondering if that's actually coming from somewhere.
Oh, I think they're just saying it because he looks small.
Yeah, well, he is small, but is it because he is small or because he looks small? He has like
the
cuter
problem
baby
though
features.
is like I know and I understand it. There's a bigger contrast in this case because looking at this Kurama you're showing here, he looks the same, just smaller. He still looks just as adult-like. But the problem is, and then if you look at baby Kurama in the Naruto manga, he looks younger too.
Exactly. And we
But
have something to compare to. We do have baby
here,
Kurama.
But here's the problem. If you look at Boruto Chapter 10's cover, it's hard to say because he does look younger, but he doesn't look the younger way he looked in the Naruto manga. But that could just be art style.
Yeah, could just be Ikemoto.
Because he doesn't look as young there, but he also does look younger than he used to.
If I can.
So it feels like he is supposed to look younger based off just the comparisons.
Yeah. Okay, I would say, okay, based on this, I would say he is just smaller, not younger.
That is the most fugly looking Kurama I've ever seen.
Saran, what we're talking about right now, do you think, because everyone loves to call this baby Kurama, do you think this Kurama, because it's reborn or whatever, do you think it's meant to be younger or smaller?
Or both.
Repeat what you said. I just got put my headphones back on.
Okay, well, so we know when Minato did the Reaper Death Seal. Pull it up here. Here. Minato did Reaper Death Seal. They say, it is the Reaper Death Seal. I didn't think he'd really use it. But Ninetales is still alive. He couldn't seal all of him away, although he does appear smaller. So you take away some of Kurama's chakra, he gets smaller.
Yeah.
Kurama was reborn.
I mean, this should be the weakest Kurama I've ever.
Here's baby Kurama, here's current Kurama. Is this meant to be baby Kurama or small Kurama?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Why would small Kurama be that small?
Well, hypothetically, you could make him
theoretically just recently sprouted, so he's like just barely started being reborn.
Yeah, because if this is the size of half chakra Kurama, then this is probably like 5% chakra Kurama, just randomly throwing a number out there.
He's about the size of Himawari, so yeah, that would be like 10%. Yeah, I think this is just reborn Kurama. I don't think he's meant to be a baby.
Okay.
Because baby Kurama was still larger than a human. I think that's just a result of him respawning. Because you see baby Kurama there, he's much larger than Kurama.
Interesting point.
That's true.
Far larger, actually. If you go to the panel, let me see if maybe you can find it, but I think I have it.
Yeah, he looks noticeably a lot bigger than a human.
That's a good point. Wow, I didn't even consider that previously.
Yeah. This is what I mean by when I heard people say that baby Kurama, I was like, why is baby Kurama not baby Kurama?
Yeah.
See, it would be more helpful with some of the other Biju who have these noticeably like Yuki or not. Yeah, Yuki like just looks noticeably different when he's a baby. Some of these just have like very noticeable different features.
That's true. And this isn't them like teenagers. This is right after he splits them apart. This is just how large they are as babies.
What would be especially helpful is if they
They're
just did what Chomei the Seven Tails has, just a literal different form for a baby, like completely physical different transformation, a bug larvae form. Which, by the way, is interesting. The fact that this even happens, and that's a whole different podcast topic on its own. We'll get to that another time.
They're like 14 meters tall.
That's crazy.
It's funny. Gamabunta is 16 meters tall.
Wait, that's weird.
He should be a lot larger
barely
than that,
grew
though.
into adulthood.
So,
because
to be fair,
Shukaku wasn't that much bigger than Gamabunta, and neither is Kurama.
Six
Maybe
made
they're
a
little bit
point on
bigger, but not
this.
that much bigger.
So, Six made a point on this, YouTuber. Shout out Six.
The sizes in Naruto's are inconsistent.
No, it's actually, this is consistent. So, Gamabunta physically is portrayed as larger when he first appears. Like all of Naruto Part 1, when he's fighting Gaara. All that. In Shippuden,
Yeah,
when
he
he's
is appeared
fighting,
as larger.
with his final fight against Pain. So, in Part 1 Naruto, he's an adult. In Part 2, he's even older, obviously. When he's fighting Pain, he's smaller. In real life, when frogs age past their adult form, they do shrink. So it's literally consistent. He is supposed to be smaller. I thought that was interesting. Especially, like, considering it's the passing of the torch moment, that's when his son comes into being a fully adult size, so.
I would love to see... Oh, you know what? Okay, two things. One, I was going to say, that could explain why Lord Fukasaku and Lady Shima are so small. But then, why is like Gamamaru so huge? How big was he in his prime? I was gonna say it'd be cool to see current Gamabunta to see if he's like tiny now. Like,
wait, that would make sense because when you see like
when you see like
I think he cut out. Yeah, I was gonna say, was that
takes
me
up
or him?
quite a large portion of Kurama's body.
Oh wow, that was a long
and I
that was like a 10-second cutout. Yeah.
So when you see Gamabunta on top of Kurama's body, back in the Minato flashback, he takes up quite a significantly large piece of Kurama's body, despite apparently only being 16 meters tall in Part 2. And Kurama should be much larger than that, since this is the full Kurama. He literally takes up like a quarter of a large section of the village with his entire body.
But
so yeah, Gamabunta was actually just larger.
Then again,